Hello, everyone. Today is another matchup of PSCL doubleheader. We got A's versus Lumberjacks going on right now. I'm Charlie Gonzalez, joined by Stephen Buxton here in the Agua Caliente Casinos booth, and we're about to get underway. Here's the first pitch. It's ball one. Now, the lineup for the A's on the starting on the mound will be number 32, Casey Keller. There's strike one. The lineup is as follows. Batting first, the center fielder number 5, Derek Thompson Jr. Batting second, the left fielder number 12, Braden McClin. Batting number 3, the first baseman number 18, Braden Braga. This is grounded into left field. Going to get past the third baseman and shortstop. So on 1-1 count, Derek Thompson Jr. hits a leadoff single. Here's Braden McClin. The rest of the lineup batting fourth, the second baseman, number 11, Geoffrey Fontenot. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 24, Blake Browning. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 10, Ethan Beltran. Batting seventh, extra hitter, number 9, Cade Hill. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 14, Andrew Carnes. Batting ninth, the catcher, number 15, Logan Lobel. And batting 10th, the third baseman, number 2, Jackson Call. So 1-0 count to Braden McClin. Now, the Lumberjacks are 13-2. The A's are 10-5. They're two of the three best records in PSCL this season, and this one is a crucial matchup as the playoffs will start this week. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck, Braden Braga. Stillwell taking his time. That's fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Thompson took off for second. He's have to go back. Tomorrow night, the Power face off against the Colton Nighthawks. The 1-2. Stillwell taking his time on the mound. Checks over to first. Oh, Thompson finds himself in a pickle, sliding, going back. Could be a 1-3-6 putout, and he just tagged.
Yeah, add another step in there. Ruled 1-3-6-3 on the putout. A good move on the mound. Logan Warden, he caught Derek Thompson leaning. A quick snap down to first, and Thompson caught on that right foot and immediately just had to see what he can make out of a pickle there. Good job by the Jacks, staying with the play and getting that out.
Game 2 on the main field today will be Bombers versus Rush. This is fouled off. It's still a 1-2 count. Ball 2. And strike 3. Braden McClin will go down looking. That's out number 2. So 9 pitches in, and the 2 batters are out. But now here's Braden Braga, the first baseman. You were telling me something right before we went live that Caden Stillwell was on Kids React. Now, that was one of my favorite YouTube shows when I was in middle school and high school.
Yeah, I looked it up, and you can see his picture. He was on it about, I think, 8 years ago.
I saw him because I watched kind of, the first group was just Kids React, and I kind of followed them through Teens React and like Adults React and so forth. So I never went back and watched the younger groups as they came in, and so that's why I didn't really recognize them. I may have seen them once or twice, but I remember like the OGs like Leah and Rumor, Tori, both Ethans. Those are mine. Those are the ones I remember the most. It was 1 ball, 2 strikes for Braden Braga.
Charlie, I never thought you were going to be pulling out Kids React names like off the top of your head on a broadcast.
Oh, I got more.
Oh, no.
I got more. If the viewers you want to hear them, I got more.
I think they want to hear about Braden Braga right now.
Yeah, that is true. 1-2. Grounds that. It's going to get to the shortstop, sliding, throwing it across his body. Lost his balance, but still makes the throw. Great play by Peyton Ford. And we're going to the bottom of the first. There's no score here at Palm Springs Stadium.
The family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the first inning. The Lumberjacks are due up. Here's the lineup for them. Starting on the mound, number 16, Caden Stillwell. That was in the top of the first. Batting first, the shortstop, number 8, Peyton Ford. Batting second, the right fielder, number 3, Lucas Barker. Batting third, the center fielder, number 6, Jordan Medina. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 5, Jesus Vasquez. Ball one. Batting fifth, left fielder, number 24, John Heitzman. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 26, Frank Estrada. Batting seventh, the extra hitter, number 12, Drake Rogers. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 10, Kyle Berkowitz. Ball two. Batting ninth, the designated hitter, number 2, Stevie Hutchinson. Batting 10th, the first baseman, number 23, Logan Warden. And the field looks as good as it ever has. Early this morning, we had some extra hands working on it, so props to them. Thank you very much. 3 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, and Casey Keller on the mound has missed high with a couple fastballs in a row. 3-ball count. Needs to get back in it against this leadoff hitter, Peyton Ford.
Peyton Ford made that great sliding grab to end the top of the first inning. He overextended his leg in the infield dirt, and he still made the throw to first in time. Oh, there's strike one. Peyton Ford was about to take off. He thought he had ball four.
And a perfect fastball in the bottom of the zone for Keller, able to get strike one there.
3-1 pitch. There's ball four. So a leadoff walk puts the leading run at first. The right fielder, Lucas Barker.
On the mound, Casey Keller out of Tampa, Florida, went to Embry-Riddle. Had a couple solid seasons over there.
Strike one.
Most recent season only had 3 appearances, but as a freshman over there in 19 appearances, had a 4.29 ERA in 42 innings.
And there's ball one. And that was going to be a pickoff attempt by the catcher, Logan Lobel, but the ball flies out of his glove, so it's a clean stolen bag for Peyton Ford. Swings and misses, fouls that back, gets a piece of it on the bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes. At Jackson, the A's, as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, 2 of the top 3 teams in the league right now. The Jacks are in first, the A's are in third. In second, the Bootleggers, coached by also our TrackMan operator, John Tessier. The 1-2. Check swing, ball 2 up above the zone.
Yeah, so far with Keller, if he's missed with that fastball, it's been up. It's been over the plate, but he's just missing north and south so far.
Takes a deep breath, delivers. Strike 3, and Barker goes down looking for out number 1. And he doesn't like that call. He turned around and had some words for the umpire. And here's the center fielder, Jordan Medina.
Yeah, looks like he pulled out a cutter there. Good 81-mile-an-hour pitch just in on the hands right on the edge of the zone. Really hard to hit for a right-handed hitter there.
Swings at the first pitch, it's going to go right to the third baseman, and staying at second is Peyton Ford, and the 5-3 put out on the first pitch for out number 2.
And in a game that should be as close as this one is, that's what you need. You need quick, efficient innings. Caden Stillwell did it for his Jacks. Just 13 pitches in the first. He worked around a leadoff single, did a solid job there. Casey Keller looking for some soft contact to get out of this one.
Jesus Vasquez, third baseman, at the plate. Takes ball 1. Peyton Ford has a huge lead off of second, and the second baseman and shortstop are not close enough. There's watch out for that. He did, they're saying. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Pops that back, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kenny Geller taking time, delivers, hit up the middle for a base hit, and that will drive in Peyton Ford. He's rounding third. It's a 1-0 game for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, 85-mile-an-hour fastball down and away against Jesus Vasquez, and he just takes that thing and sends it right back up the middle. Center field for the A's. Derek Thompson was playing a little bit too far back, so the shallow line drive took a while to get to him, and by the time he got his glove on it, there was no chance to get a throw home.
Swinging at the first pitch is John Heitzman, and that's going into right field. Making the catch for out number 3 is Blake Browning. So we're going to the top of the second. Lumberjacks lead 1-0. We'll be right back.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Welcome back to the top of the second inning. Stillwell still pitching for the Lumberjacks. He'll face 4, 5, 6 in the order. And the Lumberjacks took the 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first. Here's Geoffrey Fontenot leading off. After him, Blake Browning and Ethan Beltran. Ball 1.
Yeah, Fontenot, a two-way player, and has had a great season with the bat so far. 389 average, 542 on base, 444 slug, and OPS approaching 1,000.
Strike 1.
He's a big part of why this A's lineup has been one of the top of the league in runs producing.
Takes strike 2. Stillwell able to find the zone, catch him looking. Oh, this grounds foul just by the A's assistant coach. Still 1-2 count.
Last time against the Jacks went 0 for 3, but did have, or 0 for 1, but did have a walk and did get hit by a pitch.
Fouls it off again. And this game is a matchup we could see in the postseason. Fouls it off. That's three times in a row.
Yeah, really good at bat here by Fawn, not able to fight off anything. That one, an 84-mile-an-hour fastball up and away. A hard pitch to do anything with if you're a right-handed hitter.
Ooh, ball 2.
Yeah, tried to spin it in with a curveball there. Just got into the dirt, though. Spiked it a little bit there.
Stillwell takes a deep breath. Delivers the 2-2. It's a chopper over to short. And the quick 4-3 to retire Fontenot. It's Estrada and to Warden on the putout.
Still a good at bat. 8 pitches to Fontenot, and he's able to stretch out the inning for Stillwell, able to make him throw a lot more than he wants. The A's, really, their goal is just to get to this Jacks bullpen as soon as they can.
First pitch to Blake Browning, strike 1.
Browning's had another solid season with the PSCL as well. A local guy. Grew up out here, went to Xavier Prep, and spent a couple years between Riverside City College, College of the Redwoods, and now he's at Cal State San Marcos.
The 0-1 swings and misses out ahead of that pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. And you went to high school with them.
I did. CIF champion, multiple time All DEL selection. He's got a big arm in right field.
Ball 1, fastball high.
And he can really swing it, hitting .355 on the season, 11 RBIs so far.
Fouls it back. Excuse me. So still 1-2 count. And 1 hit so far for the A's, but Derek Thompson was caught stealing on a 1-3-6-3. Put out. Fouls it off again. So both Fontenot and Browning making it really difficult for Stillwell to get that 3rd strikeout. Fouling off a couple pitches after the count is already at 2 strikes.
Yeah, bare minimum, it'll be 13 pitches just to get through the first 2 batters. And that's if this at-bat ends on this pitch.
And that's hitting the right field. Moving to his left is Barker, and oh, it gets out of his glove in foul territory, just out of reach. Looked like he caught it for a second, then he kept stumbling over to the warning track on the right side, and I saw it bounce behind him. Good effort, though.
Yeah, Browning went out chasing there. He saw a couple breaking balls inside and then a fastball about 4 or 5 inches off the plate. Good job getting a solid amount of his barrel on that one. Looked like it was just going to get right off the end of the bat, but a little flare shot down right field that stayed foul, thankfully for him.
Browning delivers another 1-2. This time it's hitting to left field and going back to the wall, and it's gone. A solo home run for Blake Browning ties the game at 1 apiece.
.100 miles an hour off the bat, 380 feet over the wall. Blake Browning saw a curveball down in the zone and did not miss it. Threw the head of the bat down and just scooped that thing all the way out over the left field wall. And after getting sped up by that fastball earlier, that ball must have looked like a beach ball coming to him.
Ethan Beltran at the plate now. He represents the leading run. What takes ball 1? That's hit into left field again, not nearly as far. It'll be a 1-out single. Heitzman throwing that in. in a 7th spot in the order, number 9, Cade Hill, the extra hitter. First pitch, swings and misses at that, and the pickoff attempt at second is no good. Stealing is Ethan Beltran. So the strike one. Now we have another A in scoring position. Ball one.
Yeah, and that's stolen base for a second. It looked like they might have gotten Ethan Beltran because the throw was towards that second base side of the bag. It took the second baseman Frank Estrada over towards the runner Beltran, but able to get in just before the ball got in there.
2 balls, 1 strike, and usually on those pickoff attempts, you see the shortstop move over and take it. And that particular one, though, Ford stayed where he was, and Estrada went there, and he almost got him.
Yeah, and that's all just because of how they're playing Cade Hill defensively. The shortstop, Peyton Ford, is about 25, 30 feet to the left of second base.
There's ball 3 up near his chin.
So when they've got their second baseman, Frank Estrada, playing about 10, 12 feet away, they're just going to go with the guy who's much closer.
And there's strike 2. Cade Hill thought he had ball 4. It's a full count for the extra hitter. Yeah, some of that outfield wall where the home run was hit, it barely cleared it. And that in that particular area right beyond the wall, it's not fenced off, so anyone walking by can go and get that home run ball. Payoff pitch. Strike 3. Cade Hill goes down looking. And there are 2 outs in the top of the second. Here's Andrew Carnes, the designated hitter.
And that pitch right there, 83 mile an hour. It looked like a 2-seam fastball that just had some glove side run to it that broke right off the plate, but it was over the plate long enough to get the called strike 3.
Now there's ball 1, and a bad throw from the catcher. So a stolen base, stealing third is Ethan Beltran, then advancing home on the E2. So it's now 2-1 A's. They lead the Lumberjacks for the first time today.
Somewhere down there is you. And just like us, you're an amazing Palm Springs vacation home. I bet we have a lot in common. Elevated, yet down to earth. A place to soak it up, sip it down, and make a splash. A place where staying in is even better than going out. Not just a place for visiting, a place for living in the moment. That moment when vacation dreams become reality. You're one of Palm Springs' best kept secrets. Let's show you off. Because you're so much more than just a home. You're a destination. You're an adventure. You're an idyllic escape. You're a happy place.
Need a garage door replaced or repaired? Then go to Overhead Door Company. We do it all. Repairs, service, new installs, retrofits, and more. For over 100 years, Overhead Door has been committed to bringing you the best in residential garage doors, commercial doors, openers, and accessories. Whether you need a stylish new garage door for your home, a more energy-efficient commercial door for your business, or a better integrated door system for your industrial application, remember, if you don't see the red ribbon logo logo, you are not getting the genuine, the original overhead door products and service you need. Look for the red ribbon for products that are reliable and safe. Our service technicians are trained, knowledgeable, and background checked. Our continued success is due to our exceptional employees. Call 760-772-3667. Overhead Door Company. We sell the best and service the rest.
Welcome back. Bottom second. Going into the top of the second, Lumberjacks had a 1-run lead. Now they trail 2-1. The 6, 7, 8 part of the order's due up. Frank Estrada, Drake Rogers, and Kyle Berkowitz. And Casey Keller is still pitching for the A's. Swings at the first pitch, and it goes into left field, and it will bounce fair. A couple of feet to the right of the third baseline. He's rounding second. The throw in, and he is out. So the leadoff single on the first pitch, but then he goes a little too far, and that's a 7-4 putout. Should have stayed at first.
Yeah, right there, a single. They didn't get the hard contact that the A's got last inning, just 60 miles an hour off the bat, but they did get a leadoff runner on. Frank Estrada, though, it looked like he might have stumbled a little bit halfway from first to second, and a good throw from left field to get him in time.
Ball one for Drake Rogers. Ball two. So now both starting pitchers, they give up a leadoff single at some point during the game thus far, but then that base runner is tagged out going a little further than they should. So Casey Keller getting out of that one. Strike one, he came around. Ooh, ball three, the low by the knees. So 3-1 count for Drake Rogers. Keller leaning in, trying to get the signal from Lobel. Delivers. Came out a little awkward in the opposite corner, and now we have a 1-out walk.
Yeah, that one right there, a curveball, looked like it might have just slipped out of the hand of Keller. Not sure if he had the best grip on it. Missing an arm side. Thankfully, it was to a left-handed batter, so it doesn't run in to hit a righty here.
Pickoff attempt. And Rogers is safe. There's the first pitch to Berkowitz, and it bounces in the dirt before it gets to the catcher, but he gets in front of it, doesn't allow Rogers to second. So now the Lumberjacks are in business.
Well, Keller slowed him down with a couple of curveballs down and away, and then goes with what looks like a cutter that just drifted over to the outer half of the plate, and Berkowitz gets sawed off just a little bit, but he's able to fight it off enough to get it into the outfield. Again, more soft contact, but it's just landing where the A's don't want it to.
Stevie Hutchinson, the designated hitter at the plate, takes strike one.
It looks like that's going to be a courtesy runner, number 18 for the Jacks going out. for their catcher, Kyle Berkowitz. That's going to be Henry Wallen pinch running.
Shows bunt. There's out number 2. Strike number 2, sorry. He showed it, pulled it back, but he still made the signal. It was a little odd, though. Did not put his hand out to his right. He just pointed it forward. And so Henry Wallen, a courtesy runner for Kyle Berkowitz. There's ball 1. Both runners advance on the pass ball.
And it looked like it was a little bit slow to recover that pass ball. Logan Lobel just a little bit confused on where that ball was in front of him. And both runners advanced. Drake Rogers was already about halfway there. And Henry Wallen, after a second, finally goes ahead the extra 40 or so feet after his secondary.
It's a 1-2 count to Stevie Hutchinson. 1 out in the bottom second. A's lead Lumberjacks 2-1. Fouls that off, stays alive. Fouls it back again. And we're seeing right now Casey Keller, the kind of the difficulties he's faced in the bottom second, the same as Stillwell faced in the top of the second, where he's already in a 2-strike count, but the batters find ways to stay alive, fouling them off. So 1-2, that one high, ball 2.
Yeah, and it's a combination of a good approach by the Jacks hitters, which, shocker, the best lineup in the league, taking good at-bats here from top to bottom. And Keller's just missing a little bit with his curveball, missing a little bit with his fastball. It hasn't been exactly precise. It's not too erratic, but he's missing a couple inches here and there on his spots.
Swings and misses, so that's out number 2.
That one right there, he did miss on the spot, but a 76-mile-an-hour curveball up in the zone. He did get the swing and miss there, so he's going to get away with it, and he's going to get another out.
And Logan Warden, the first baseman. We're in the bottom of the order now as runners on 3rd and 2nd. A base hit into right field will drive home 1, perhaps 2 runs. Swings and misses.
And part of that is after a couple fastballs by Keller at the mid to high 80s, it's really hard to slow down enough for a curveball when those were high fastballs as well, and the curveball is going to land middle to high in the zone.
Oh, there's a wild pitch. It bounces in the dirt before it gets to the catcher, Logan Lobel, and a run will score on the wild pitch. So now it's tied 2-2. E2 caused the go-ahead run for the A's to score in the top of the second. Now the tying run scores on a wild pitch in the bottom second for the Lumberjacks. And the go-ahead run for the Jacks now 90 feet away. It's a 1-1 count for Logan Warden. Hits that right to the shortstop. It takes an odd hop, still gets into his glove on time, and it's a 6-3 put out. Beltran to Braga. So it's after 2, we're tied at 2, and we'll be back for the top of the 3rd right after this. Stick around.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Hey, Coachella Valley, Patrick Summers here, General Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Spring is here and summer is right behind it. Don't get caught with a broken air conditioning system.
All right, welcome back. It's the top of the third. There's a chopper and a quick 5-3 put out to retire Logan Lobel on the first pitch. So one pitch, one out. Stillwell still pitching for the Lumberjacks. Now we're at the bottom of the order with Jackson Call, the third baseman. Oh, he's safe. They're saying he's safe.
Yeah,
My apologies.
it was a chopper to third base. Jesus Vasquez had to go down to his right side, fielded it with one hand, and then the throw down to first. They're going to say that that throw pulled the first baseman for the Jacks, Logan Warden, off the plate just a little bit. So a bang-bang play with an error to start it just allows Logan Lobel to reach.
Yeah, so a throwing error by third baseman Vasquez. Oh, nice check over to first. Took a step in the other direction on the mound and threw it over. And so, yeah, the umpires, they were initially was called out, but then they discussed it and they said, no, he's safe. The infield umpire overruled the home plate umpire. So, ball one for Jackson Call. Another check over. He's Logan Lobel's still safe. Strike one. So looking like this game will come down to the wire, given that they're the two of the top three teams in the league, and through 3 innings of pitchers, that's almost the exact same stats, just a 3-pitch difference. And oh, caught stealing. Logan Lobel, the 1-3 put out is successful on the third attempt. 1 out.
So the Jacks gift the A's a base runner and an error to allow Logan Lobel reach, and then a good pickoff move by Caden Stillwell to take that gift right back.
It happened in the top of the first with Derek Thompson Jr., who was tagged out 1-3-6-3. Now it's a 2-1 count for Jackson Call. Two balls, 2 strikes. Stillwell delivers the 2-2 pitch. Oh, and there's ball 3. That wild pitch would have allowed Logan Lobel to advance had he not been tagged out. So it's a full count for this third baseman.
Yeah, this is how important managing the running game is. Caden Stillwell basically able to steal an out there. And with no runner on first, the wild pitches, you can throw all the wild pitches in the world, nothing's going to happen.
And there's a 1-out walk for Jackson Call. So another base runner at first. And we go back to the top of the order with Derek Thompson Jr. Stillwell delivers. Strike one. Another check over to first. This one not nearly in time. Called a safe, but you can't blame Caden Stillwell for trying. If it worked once, why not try it again? Now, the first base runner, it was unearned. This one, he walked him. It's on him. And it was strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Still well ahead in the count early against Thompson. On deck, Braden McClin. Another pickoff attempt. He's still safe. Still will. Delivers, and there's ball 1. Does not get him with the outside pitch.
And when Stillwell's missed this inning, it's been to the arm side with his fastball. It's been to the glove side with that curveball.
The 1-2, that pops foul, just going to soar over the press box. And once again, just like in the second inning, the A's are making him work for everything on a 2-strike count.
No pitchers warming up in either bullpen just yet.
Ball 2. Yeah, we know Hill for the Lumberjacks will come in and pitch at some point, just like Reyes for the A's will come in and pitch at some point too. We just don't know when. That's up to their coaches, San Amadio and Jimmy Johnson. Another pickoff attempt. He was ready for it, had a very modest leadoff at first. There's ball 3. It almost was a pass ball, but staying at first is Jackson Call, so we have full count now. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, and the steal attempt. He's got him. No, he did not. He's safe. Looked like that's a very odd play. But as Derek Thompson goes down swinging for out number 2, the throw, the base runner is actually closer to the ball than the second baseman was. And usually that means the second baseman or the shortstop in some instances would not have to turn around and touch the batter. That one, it looked like all he had to do was keep his glove low and make sure the ball was firm, but he still got it in. Fouled off by Braden McClin.
Yeah, it looked like the ball was there just barely on time, but the tag might have been late. And a good slide in there by Jackson Call, staying low and getting the tip of his fingers barely into that bag just on time.
The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2, and the A's are down to their final strike of the top of the third as they look to break the tie and get ahead again. Braden Braga on deck. Stillwell, keep an eye on Call at second. There's ball 1. One, 2, Stillwell being patient, delivers, strike 3, and Braden McClin goes down looking, and the Lumberjacks hold the A's scoreless in the top of the third. We're going to the bottom with the top of the order due up. Ford, Barker, and Medina will be back.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Hey, Coachella Valley, Patrick Summers here, General Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Spring is here and summer is right behind it. Don't get caught with a broken air conditioning system. Call us now. Let us get a tune-up done. We're offering a special for $79. It comes with a seasonal guarantee. Call our team today. Get yourself scheduled before the heat hits. Be proactive, not reactive. Go ahead and book at callthegeneral.com or call our offices and we'll get you taken care of.
To the bottom of the third we go. Michael Reyes now pitching for the A's. He'll face the top of the order with Ford, Barker, and Medina. Get you the final line on Casey Keller in just a moment. Outside, ball one. So the final line for Keller, 2 innings pitched, 34 pitches, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 3 hits, 2 earned runs. Ball 2.
Thank you, Charlie, for doing my job for me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I didn't have it written out yet.
Oh, you didn't have it? Oh, okay.
No.
2 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, so the A's were threatening in the top of the third, but still managed to get out of it without allowing any hits or runs. There's a slow bouncer, and it's going to go foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the Lumberjacks will look to retake the lead. They haven't had that since the conclusion of the first inning. Reyes delivers the 2-2. This is popped up in shallow center. It looks like center fielder's going to come up and make the call for it. That's Derek Thompson Jr. for out number 1.
And no matter how simple the fly ball looks, you can't ever take that for granted right now, especially with these morning to afternoon games. The sun basically just right in your eyes, no matter what angle you're looking at going in on these balls. It's really hard to pick up sometimes, so you always got to be happy when your outfield's doing well here.
Yeah, we've seen it burn players a couple of times on both fields as it kind of bounces in between 2 outfielders because neither of them could spot it. And there's strike 1 to Lucas Barker as he was out ahead of that pitch. And there's strike 2, finding the inside corner is Reyes, so no balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2. And that goes foul. He'll stay alive. Oh, nearly hit him, grazing his, looked like almost grazed his elbow, but he does not take to first. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, something we've seen on some hit by pitches is it looked like the batters are leaning in so they can intentionally get hit, but none of them have really been called in any games I've broadcast this season. Fouls that off, still alive, 1-2. Another foul ball going over towards the trainer's tent, bouncing off the top. So Reyes now faces the same struggles that Keller did in the second on a 2-strike count. These batters keep fouling it off. Both teams are playing aggressively. They're swinging more often than you usually see. And these two teams are at the top of the standing, so you'd expect that, but still it's not very common for them to take as many hacks as they do, as another foul ball goes over into the trainer area.
Yeah, and Lucas Barker getting his money's worth here. Between his first 2 at-bats, he's seen 10 pitches.
Another 1-2. This one now chops foul the other side. He thought he had a fair ball. Now that's pitch number 11 to Barker today.
Apologies, he's seen 13 already.
Oh, 13.
This is going to be pitch number 9 of this at-bat.
Yeah, and coincidentally, Reyes has thrown 13 pitches so far. Here's pitch number 14. And there's ball 2. Ball 3, a full count for Barker. And over on the turf field, we have the Colonials facing off against the Bootleggers. Fouls that off and, narrowly missing the light pole. So now he's up to 11 pitches in this plate appearance. Oh, ball 4. That one went behind his head. It wasn't even close to the strike zone, so a 1-out walk after 12 pitches.
I know it's just a walk, but it's a base runner, and that really gets an offense fired up when a guy like Lucas Barker can go and just grind out a long at-bat and take home the win after that.
And Medina grounded out 5-3 in the first. He'll look to get on base to get some runs going for the Lumberjacks. Takes ball 1. Medina showing a little more patience this time. Swung at the first pitch of the first plate appearance. That's how he grounded out. Now it's a 1-1 count. Oh, I apologize. It's not the Bootleggers out over on the turf field. I saw some orange. It's the Colonials and the Chill. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, and right now that game not going the Chill's way. 6-0 Chill, or not going the Colonials' way. 6-0 Chill over the Colonials.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Check over to first. But Barker is safe. And we're just about 2 weeks from the MLB All-Star break, and All-Star game coming up soon as well for the PSCL, as well as the PSCL versus Power game. Grounder over to second, and the 4-3 fielder's choice tags out Medina. Advancing to second safely is Lucas Barker.
Yeah, whether that was an intentional hit and run or not, really good move by the Jacks there, getting Lucas Barker moving. So Jordan Medina didn't just ground into a double play there to the end of the inning. Now it's a runner in scoring position for Jesus Vasquez, who's been one of their best hitters all season.
Yeah, Jesus Vasquez had the RBI single to bring home Peyton Ford. That was the first run of the game. See what he does here.
Vasquez hitting .436 on the year with 10 RBIs.
So there's ball one, and now Ray is going to get a little talk from Logan Lobel, the catcher. It's a little timeout here. The 1-0 pitch. Hit into right center field, moving back and not going to be able to get there in time is Blake Browning. So now an RBI double brings home Lucas Barker. And now the Lumberjacks have the lead back 3-2.
Yeah, 80-mile-an-hour fastball over the heart of the plate, and Jesus Vasquez with RBI number 11 of the season. Not the hardest hit ball in the world, but it was basically split down the middle between Browning and the center fielder, Derek Thompson, for the A's. Browning finally able to catch up with it, sticks his hand out, grabs it, but by then the runner had already scored in Lucas Barker.
Ball one to John Heitzman. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 1-1 count for the left fielder. Flew out to right on the first pitch of his first plate appearance, and that ended the first inning. Strike two. Ray's looking to get out of this. The 1-2 pitch. Hit into right field. This one's going to go by Blake Browning again. This time he's not nearly close enough, and this could be an RBI triple. Rounding second. Going to third. And sliding in safely is John Heitzman. So now it's 4-2 Lumberjacks. The RBI triple bringing home Jesus Vasquez.
Yeah, and I said that first ball split the two defenders down the middle. That one even more so. John Heitzman tagging the Jensen's batter in dead middle right center field, and Blake Browning doing his best to even get to that ball, but by then you already have Heitzman rounding second by the time the throw's even at the cutoff man, and so really tough to cut him down there.
And swinging at the first pitch, this goes into right field. Browning moving over and making the catch for out number 3 to retire Frank Estrada. So now Lumberjacks have a 4-2 lead. It's the largest lead of the day for either team. We're going to the top of the fourth. A's looking to respond. We'll be back.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Hey, Coachella Valley, Patrick Summers here, General Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Spring is here and summer is right behind it. Don't get caught with a broken air conditioning system. Call us now. Let us get a tune-up done. We're offering a special for $79. It comes with a seasonal guarantee. Call our team today. Get yourself scheduled before the heat hits. Be proactive, not reactive. Go ahead and book at callthegeneral.com or call our offices and we'll get you taken care of.
All right, top of the fourth. A's find themselves in a 2-run hole. Stillwell still on the mound. There's strike one. Leading off, Braden Braga. Due up after him, Geoffrey Fontenot and Blake Browning. Blake Browning, he got pounded in that bottom third inning. 3 hits came his way. He was able to catch the third one, so he's been putting in the work. No balls, 2 strikes. Well, hit by pitch, so ahead in the count, but surrendering a base runner on the third pitch of the plate appearance. Stillwell now has the tying run at the plate. It's Geoffrey Fontenot, the second baseman.
A little bit of a delay here. It looks like they're going to get a pinch runner.
Can't see who that is. Looks like number 8 for the A's. We'll take a look, see who that is.
Brandon McCullough Death coming into pinch run for Braden Braga.
Not sure why, but there's the first pitch to Geoffrey Fontenot. Takes strike one, and Brandon McCullough Death steals second.
That's why.
He's good at base running, yep. Interesting decision, though. Usually the only courtesy runners / pinch runners come in for catchers or pitchers. Occasionally, though, another position player will get them, as you see right there. And so far, the change by Jimmy Johnson seems to have paid off. So you have a runner in scoring position now. Fontenot takes strike 2. Caden Stillwell now up to 60 pitches. Fontenot grounded out 4-3 to lead off the second. On deck, Blake Browning. Ball 1. The 1-2, Stillwell keeping an eye on McCullough Death. There's ball 2. Stepping off the mound for a second, leaning in to get the signal from the catcher. The 2-2 pitch. Oh, is he hit there? No. Yet he gets a piece of the bat, or the ball gets a piece of the bat. So he stays alive.
Yeah, it looked like about halfway through that swing, he realized that ball wasn't close to the zone and kind of just flails it to get some last-minute contact to stay alive there.
There's ball 3. It's a full count, and the pickoff attempt at third is successful. And it's a 2-5 to tag out Brandon McCullough Death. So he stole second, but didn't quite have the jump to steal third. And there's 1 out in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, McCullough Death stealing third base with a right-handed batter up Geoffrey Fontenot. It's the right time to do it, and the third baseman, Jesus Vasquez, was playing off the bag, but a perfect throw down to third by the catcher, Kyle Berkowitz.
And there's ball 4. So a walk to follow up that tag out and the base runner caught stealing. We've seen that happen before. Another base runner on for the A's. Here's Blake Browning, the right fielder, had a solo home run in the second. And another home run here would tie the game up at 4 even. Stillwell delivers. Ball 1.
Yeah, and look for them to try and pitch around Browning here. They know he's got some pop in that bat, and he's been seeing the ball well lately. Don't expect a bunch to be over the plate to him.
Safe at first. On deck, Ethan Beltran. Browning takes ball 2. As Caden Stillwell nears 70 pitches, just wonder as a matter of time is when Hill will come in, as he is the first relief pitcher that San Dimadio wrote on the score sheet. Fouls that back. That's going out of play. 2-1. Fourth of July is coming up in just 4 days, and look, I think the turf field will be out of commission as they're going to store the fireworks there, and we'll go back to the high school field until after the 4th of July. Another pickoff attempt, but still, Geoffrey Fontenot is safe. I wonder if we're getting any like special like themed fireworks. Do you think, because we had the fireworks show on opening night, and is there any think they're going to be prioritizing like the red, white, and blue color scheme, or are they just going to go all colors?
It's just everything. I was here last summer, and it was like half an hour of fireworks. It's everything. You'll see every color. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. There's not going to be any Palm Springs Power themed fireworks.
This hit into center field, moving over to his right, his left, and making the catch is Medina for out number 2. You know, remember, if you've seen the second Sandlot movie, they have a firework that explodes into the shape and colors of the American flag. I wonder if those are actually real, if they just did that for the movie. That would be pretty cool to see.
Also, there are no turf games on there are no PSCL games on 4th of July.
No, that's true, but they'll just have to keep the fireworks there in the meantime, and so they'll have to move the games to the other fields. What I was told. There's strike 1 as Ethan Beltran fouls that off. Now Stillwell up to 70 pitches. And once again, Geoffrey Fontenot is safe at first. What are you expecting for the quarter millennia to be next year? 250 years, a quarter of 1,000 years in America celebrating their independence. There's ball 1, and Geoffrey Fontenot is safe.
What was that question?
No, I said, do you think there's going to be big celebrations? We're celebrating quarter millennia of our independence, because bicentennial, my parents were kids, was a big thing in 1976, and now it's next year is going to be 2026. And so, what do you think? Anything big, and Jenny? Anything like special 250 merch that's going to be on sale, like around the?
I can almost guarantee you, almost every company is going to take advantage of that.
The 1-2 check swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the A's are down to their final strike of this inning. I was born before the turn of the millennia. Unfortunately, I was too young to remember what it was like to celebrate a new millennium beginning on January 1st, 2000 at midnight. But I got pictures though from that my parents took from that. The 1-2, Stillwell taking a deep breath. He needs 1 more strike. That's going to ground over to the shortstop. It'll be a 6-3 put out forward to Warden to retire Beltran on the fielder's choice. So we're going to the bottom of the 4th. A's had a chance to check on some runs, but they still trail 4-2. We're going to see Rogers, Berkowitz, and Hutchinson do up in the bottom. We'll be back.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We're welcome back. It's bottom 4th inning. Reyes still pitching for the A's. Rogers, Berkowitz, and Hutchinson due up as it's a 1-0 count for the extra hitter. 1 ball, 1 strike. Strike 2. That outside corner, Rogers not taking any hacks at that, and Reyes, that's a sweet spot he's found so far. And that's pop foul. Staying alive. Now, Casey Keller only faced the entire lineup 1 time, 5 in the first, 5 in the second. Now, Reyes faced 6 in the third. And Coach Jimmy Johnson, he had seen enough from Keller, so they'd have to start from scratch. There's ball 2. Hit right up the middle off the turf. 6-3, it looks like will be the play, and it is. In the right place at the right time was Beltran to throw it over to Braga for out number 1.
Yeah, good play by Beltran, able to range over towards his left. He goes down for that ground ball and able to scoop it up in time. He doesn't pick it up too quickly and take a quick step, shuffle, collect himself, and throw a strike down to first. He had plenty of time, a good clock in his mind to keep up with that play.
Kyle Berkowitz takes strike 1, and he had a courtesy runner in the bottom of the second after he got on base with a single. Henry Wallen did not score. He advanced to second on a pass ball and third on a wild pitch. Strike 2. One out here in the bottom 4th. Lumberjacks lead the A's 4-2. Ball 1 above his head. Ball 2 goes a low breaking ball, but it breaks a little too much, and Slowly, Berkowitz is digging himself out of this hole. The 2-2 from Reyes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And there are 2 outs in the bottom 4th. Now coming to the plate, Stevie Hutchinson, the designated hitter.
Good pitch there to Berkowitz, a 81-mile-an-hour fastball that was just below the plate. Gets the swing and the chase there and gets the second out. A's looking to put up a quick inning here.
Ball 1. Reyes delivers, goes with the same spot, and Hutchinson still does not bite. There's ball 2. We'll see if he goes with the same pitch again, and maybe Hutchinson will swing at this, or if Hutchinson's smart and we'll just let it be ball 3. No, goes instead with a fastball right down the middle, strike 1.
Yeah, the first 2 pitches, a slider that just slipped out of the hand, didn't come back into the zone. The second one, a 2-seam fastball.
A hit over to Beltran, and the throw over to Braga for out number 3. So Reyes getting out of this inning on just 15 pitches. No score in the 4th by either team. We're going to the top of the 5th with the Lumberjacks still leading 4-2. We'll be back.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for. Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Quality first. It's quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for 2 or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
Top of the 5th is about to get underway. Stillwell on the mound still for the Lumberjacks, and he gives ball 1 to Cade Hill, who's leading off. Andrew Carnes and Logan Lobel due up after him. This is skied into left center field. Racing back as fast as he can is Medina, and it goes behind him, but he scoops up the ball as it bounces off the wall, and there's a leadoff double. And the A's are in business as the tying run is going to come to the plate.
Yeah, it looked like Medina did not see that ball off the bat. His first steps were in, so after that, he sees the ball getting launched over his head, and he has to immediately backtrack and just go dead sprint out to the wall. By then, it's landing over in left center field. He picks it up a couple feet from the warning track as it bounced back, and by then, Cade Hill's already standing on second base.
Here's Carnes, grounded out 6-3 to end the second on a 1-0 count in his first plate appearance. Takes the first pitch. There's strike 1, curves into the zone. Four to 2, Lumberjacks lead in the top of the 5th. The tying run is at the plate for the A's. Stillwell, he's going to take a time. The 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball 1.
And it looks like the game for the Chill and the Colonials in the backfield has nearly flipped itself upside down. An update in the bottom of the 7th. It's 6-5 Chill over the Colonials.
Slow bouncer goes off the inside of the bat, and there's a 4-3 put out to retire Andrew Carnes on the fielder's choice, but Cade Hill advancing over to third base. And now here's Logan Lobel, the catcher. And now we're going to have an infield meeting to Caden Stillwell. Don't think he's going to come out just yet. I don't think we're going to see Hill yet.
Yeah, for a full-time starter, Stillwell still pretty well under control on that pitch count. He's still under 90, but this could just be a situational thing for Sam DiMatteo. Maybe he saw something in the delivery with a couple of those pitches, but it hasn't been a long inning for Stillwell at all. Just 5 pitches this inning.
And it looks like that's the end. The final score, Colonials hang on to win 6-5. And yeah, the infield meeting is over. We're going to go back to some action here.
That's the Chill winning 6-5.
Oh, my apologies. Chill won 6-5. So 5 pitches into this inning. There's 1 out and a runner on third. Logan Lobel takes the first pitch. Strike 1. One ball, 1 strike. Strike 2. Got him looking there. And Logan Lobel got on base because of an error by a third baseman. And that was on the first pitch of the at-bat to lead off in the third. The throw just forced the first baseman a little bit off the bag. Grounded over to short. And it'll be a 6-3 fielder's choice on the sacrifice ground out. Bringing home Cade Hill. It's now 4-3. A's pull within 1.
Yeah, the ground out just short, 83 miles an hour off the bat, but playing deep over there. Peyton Ford not able to get to that ball quickly enough, and some smart base running by Cade Hill going on contact there.
Yeah, grazing the corner of the zone. There's strike 1 to Jackson Call, and I don't think he liked that one at all. Looked like it was a little outside from my vantage point. The 0-1 pitch. Grounded over to the first baseman. He scoops it up, falls down, and goes up and tags the bag for out number 3. So unassisted out to end the top of the 5th inning. Lumberjacks keep the A's at bay. They only lead by 1 now. It's 4-3. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. We'll be right back.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Bottom of the fifth, Reyes still pitching for the A's as his pulls within one. Lumberjacks lead 4-3. There's ball 1 to Logan Warden. So yes, some confusion. As I said, the Colonials 165. You were right, the Chill 165. The issue was looking all over on the turf field. The Colonials were in the visitors' dugout as the home team, and there was some confusion. So
Charlie, we don't need to keep explaining. No. I mean, we can just say I was right, and we can keep repeating that I was right.
No, you were totally right. But like, I was wrong because of some other element out of my control. So my apologies to the listeners. I just like to clear things up. So 3-0 count for Logan Warden, the leadoff man. He grounded out 6-3 to end the second. There's strike one. Strike two. Got him looking again. He does not like that call. It was inside. Like, throws his neck back in disgust. Now Reyes.
Yeah, I don't know how he would not like that call. That pitch was middle, a meatball over the heart of the plate.
There's strike three. Wow. So Michael Reyes starts out throwing 3 balls and proceeds with 3 looking strikes for out number 1.
Yeah, he falls behind 3-0, and literally the next 3 pitches, middle, and then middle. You couldn't throw it over the heart of the plate any more than Michael Reyes did, and Logan Warden just there doing some window shopping.
Yeah, you're looking at TrackMan. That ball was in the very middle square as the zone is divided into a 3x3 grid. It was down the very middle square. There's strike 1 to Peyton Ford. Ball 1. So Ray is looking to keep the Lumberjacks at bay, give his team a chance to make a comeback, fouling that off, soaring above the press box. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Grounded over to the shortstop. Oh, we can't scoop it up, and that's going to be an error on 1 out. That'll allow Peyton Ford to get on base. Yeah, Beltran, he did not take a bad hop. He looked to scoop it up, but he turned his head up too soon. It went underneath his glove, and it was stopped, thankfully, by his feet, so it didn't go behind him. So the first out by the A's defense.
Yeah, you said it there, Charlie. He just pulled up a little bit too early there. Beltran's had a solid game defensively. That one not hit particularly hard, a routine ground ball, and it looked like he just pulled his glove up a little bit early, was trying to rush the throw a little bit.
And that happens. Like, the more the infielders get comfortable with their skills and abilities, they get a little more complacent and less careful, and then that's how you see that right there. Lucas Barker fouled off the first pitch. There's ball 1, so it's a 1-1 count.
It's not necessarily a complacency thing, too. I mean, part of that, too, is Peyton Ford's the leadoff batter. He runs really well.
There's strike 2.
And you might just be rushing that throw down to first, trying to get it off as soon as possible.
Check over to first, and Peyton Ford is safe. Warden thought he had him. Oh, excuse me, not Warden. Braga thought he had him. The 1-2. Whoa, way outside. That's a wild pitch. And that will allow Peyton Ford to advance. And nope, he's going to 3 now. Will this be a mistake? It is not a mistake. Well, bizarre play as the slow throw from Lobel over to third, and it bounces out of Call's glove. And it looks like he would have been safe anyway, so very strange.
Yeah, that pitch, a curveball in the dirt that took a brutal hop away from Lobel, who set up pretty well to get over to it. It kind of went over his right shoulder.
And that's going to be an RBI single for Jordan Medina as it goes into center field. Derek Thompson throwing it in. It's now 5-3 Lumberjacks.
But how that play happened, again, that ball went over the right shoulder of Logan Lobel and landed over in the right-handed side of this backstop and kind of started trickling over towards the left a little bit. Lobel had a hard time picking it up and sprinting around the bases. Peyton Ford never stopped and sliding into third just in time as the throw was a little bit offline.
And there's strike 1.
I like the idea here by the Jacks, though, to try and force something defensively for the A's, try and put down a bunt with 2 runners that can absolutely fly in Barker and Medina.
There's strike 2 to Medina. And there's 1 out here in the bottom 5th. And Warden went down looking. Since then, E6 allowed Peyton Ford to get on base. A wild pitch advanced into third. Lucas Barker hits the RBI single. Reyes ahead in the count against Medina. There's ball 1. 5-3, Lumberjacks lead. Another check over at first. He got him. And Lucas Barker is caught off the base. So a 1-3 put out. Now there's 2 outs. And Medina and the Lumberjacks down to their final strike. Ball 2. Looking at the pitch count, though, Casey Keller was relieved after just 34 pitches in 2 innings, and now up to 63 in 2 2/3 innings. And there's a foul ball just missing the stands. It looks like the pitching duel right now, when you compare it to Caden Stillwell, who is the only pitcher that the Lumberjacks have had so far, the Lumberjacks pitching is definitely winning this game, even though it's pretty even as far as hits goes. And there's ball 3.
And it's just because of the deep counts that the Jacks hitters have been able to take. And a real backbreaker, Lucas Barker's at-bat that lasted 13 pitches in the 3rd inning. When you have that, and then you have a couple other long at-bats.
Ooh, that one rocketing foul over by the home plate photo box. Another payoff pitch on the way.
Like this at-bat here, already going to be at its 8th pitch.
Logan Warden and Michael Reyes making themselves work for everything. They both got to be sweating bullets. There's ball 4. It's a 2-out walk. And coming to the plate now, Jesus Vasquez.
Jesus Vasquez 2 for 2 on the day, a run and 2 RBIs, and the A's hoping he can put something in play quickly, but hoping it's right out one of their infielders.
Vasquez is 2 for 2. He has 2 RBIs as well, and one of them was an extra base hit and a run scored. So This is not the batter you want to face thus far if you're the A's trying to get out of this inning. 1 ball, no strikes. Ball 2. A 2-0 pitch from Reyes. It's going to ground over to the third baseman. It'll be a 6-3. Whoa, did he force him off the bag? He did. No, 5-3 put out is squandered, so the throwing error by the third baseman call keeps this inning going, and now Jesus Vasquez gets on base again.
Yeah, second error of the inning for the A's. Second error by that right side of the infield, and a game that they've played really well defensively. They've had a couple really nice plays. They've cut some runners down, but 2 errors by the the third baseman and shortstop Jesus Vasquez with a high throw there. Apologies, not Jesus Vasquez. That was Jackson Call with a high throw, and a good job by their first baseman Braga being able to go up for that, but not able to get down in time to record that out.
Ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. Reyes a little frustrated that unearned base runner keeps this inning going. That's a grounder over to third. It'll be another opportunity, and it'll be a 5 unassisted out. And some doubts. Call had a doubt there. He was going to throw it over to first again, then decides to turn around and tag out Jordan Medina instead. So Lumberjacks tack on another run. Through 5, they lead the A's 5-3. We'll be back right after this.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are 2 teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole Soft Serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's best date shake and other fun creations like ice cream nachos and the cotton candy burrito. For a limited time, come in and try your luck. Any soft serve that weighs exactly 16 ounces is free. Monster Shakes in Palm Springs and Cathedral City facing the Mary Pickford. Franchise opportunities available too. Monster Shakes, a delicious mess.
Okay, 6-3 for Thompson. All right, welcome back. We are in the top of the 6th inning. Garrett Thompson Jr. led off by grounding out 6-3 on the first pitch, so 1 away in the top 6. Braden McClin now at the plate. McClin struck out looking both of his at-bats. Takes strike one there. Stillwell sitting pretty, has kept a narrow lead. This game is fairly evenly matched as we're talking about. This seems like how it would probably go because A's have the third best record, Lumberjacks have the best record. Lumberjacks are leading by 2. Kind of is going how you would expect. But the A's are not done yet. They have 6 outs to work with. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 5 outs.
Yeah, and really the only difference this game is the A's had a couple errors at a costly time. The one last inning that added the insurance run for the Jacks, and Caden Stillwell's been outstanding.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Could pull it through a complete game. Depends see if his coach wants to put in Hill or not. But yeah, that is the first relief pitcher that we were told would come in. So the 2-2. And that's going to drift foul out of play. That's not pitch number 90 on the day for our resident kids reactor. I don't even know if the Fine Bros even do that anymore. It's been a while.
I'm going to be honest, I have not kept up with that.
Me neither. Not since all the teens react I grew up with went on to be adults and like left the show, because those are all my favorites. Slowly bouncing over to third. And the quick 5-3 putout for out number 2. So 7 pitches, 2 outs, 2 up, 2 down. And here's Braden Braga. A little bit windy here. You see the mist kind of blowing southwest. And there's strike 1. You came around. And the catcher, Berkowitz, says something's funny wrong with the ball. Maybe one of the seams is loose, but he's showing it to Stillwell, and they say the ball is still okay. So 0-1 count now for Braga, the first baseman. Swing and a miss. They're down to their final strike of this inning. Ball 1. The 1-2 outside goes with the same pitch again. Lost control of it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball 3. So starting out ahead in the count, but now working up to a full. Stillwell's behind. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, and Stillwell retires the side in order for the first time today. We're going to the bottom of 6. Lumberjacks lead 5-3. We'll be back.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta, For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are two teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole Soft Serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's best date shake and other fun creations like ice cream nachos and the cotton candy burrito. For a limited time, come in and try your luck. Any soft serve that weighs exactly 16 ounces is free. Monster Shakes in Palm Springs and Cathedral City facing the Mary Pickford. Franchise opportunities available too. Monster Shakes, a delicious mess.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the sixth inning. First pitch from Michael Reyes to Franco Estrada is going to be a base hit into center field. So Lumberjacks already off to a good start, and they want to put on some insurance runs. And now coming to the plate is Drake Rogers. Now, you were mentioning earlier during one of the breaks that you smell fire. I do too, and it looks a little hazy out there. There is definitely a smoke that the wind is blowing it towards us in our direction, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's a fire on the I-10 out in Banning, so seems like that's getting blown a little bit over here.
Strike one to Rogers.
Thankfully, it seems like that'll be all under control and none of that will reach the Palm Springs area.
Yeah, I didn't drive through Banning. I think I actually did drive through Banning to get out here. There's strike two. I just don't remember. I just remember getting on the 111 at one point. I don't remember what freeway it was off of or what town it was in.
111 starts in Palm Springs.
So maybe I did drive through Banning. I just don't have a map in front of me. A pickoff attempt at first, but Frank Estrada is safe. I do know there was a fire in Riverside as well that forced evacuations, unfortunately. So the heat really making things worse. Oh, got off base for a second. The A's infielders warned Reyes, and he got back on base. Ball one. No, Reyes, those three, he's given up 3 runs. 2 of them are earned. Pop foul, staying alive. It's a 1-2 count still for Drake Rogers. Ooh, strike 3, and Drake Rogers goes down looking. That one hitting the outside corner. 1 out. And here comes Kyle Berkowitz, the catcher. Had a courtesy runner, Henry Wallen, in the second, but struck out in the fourth. Yeah, so 1 for 2, a walk and a strikeout, or excuse me, a hit and a strikeout. First pitch, check swing, it's high, ball 1. It's up the middle. Looks like it'll be a 6-3, and it is, as Frank Estrada was just too fast, and the Beltran to Fontenot put out at second would not have been in time, so Beltran wisely throwing over to Braga at first instead.
Yeah, that's a good job by Frank Estrada being able to get moving on that play. He went right as the first move of Michael Reyes started, and he was practically at the bag by the time the ball got to the second or to the shortstop, Ethan Beltran.
Stevie Hutchinson takes strike one. And he's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out to his name. Wants to get a hit here and maybe tack on some insurance funds for the Lumberjacks. Strike two, and they're quickly down to their final strike of this inning. Lumberjacks leading 5-3. So Stillwell, if he comes in the 7th and finishes, he'll get the win and the complete game.
And there is nobody warming up in the bullpen right now.
Fouls that back, stays alive.
There was some activity earlier, though.
Yeah, it looked like Hill was supposed to come up on the lineup card. Not maybe the Sam DiMattio's just saving him for the 7th inning, or he's not going to use him at all because he likes the way Stillwell's been performing. The 0-2. Just below the zone. Ball one. Lumberjacks with a win will improve to 14-2. And the A's would fall to 10-6. So A's looking to move up to 11-5 and knock the Lumberjacks down to 13-3. Just a few days left in PSCL regular season. There's ball two. A stolen base attempt that goes past Call at third. Goes into left field, and the throw down, he got him. So a very strange play, as it was the successful stolen base by Frank Estrada, but then it was the 7-2 tag out. He went home when he shouldn't have, and that means if we go to the bottom of the 7th, Stevie Hutchinson's plate appearance will resume. But it's out number 3. We're going now to the 7th with Lumberjacks holding a 5-3 lead. We'll be back. Welcome back, top of the 7th inning. Last chance for the A's. They trail 5-3. Stillwell on the mound. The starting pitcher looking to get the win in the complete game. Swinging and miss, and Jeffrey Fontenot is going to hit the first pitch all the way to the warning track out in right center field. So a leadoff double puts the A's in business. Looked like swung and missed there for a second. He took off for first just a split second later than they usually do. And so now the tying run in Blake Browning coming to the plate. That's 98 pitches for Stillwell today. is going to get to triple digits. And Blake Browning had a solo home run in the second, flew out to center field in the fourth. So he's 1 for 2, looking to go 2 for 3 on the day, keep this game going. Ball 1. The 1-0 fouled back into the park next door, and with that pitch, Stillwell has eclipsed triple digits. He's now at 100 pitches on the day.
And still nobody warming up in the Jacks bullpen. A little bit of movement in their dugout, but yes, now looks like there's going to be someone warming up.
And that's going to be a wild pitch, and advancing Joffrey Fontenot over to third. So 2 balls, 1 strike. And the A's, this is their last chance, and so far their best chance to tack on another run, as they're running around third with no outs. They haven't had that yet today. The 2-1 pitch. Fouled off, and woo, I blinked and I lost it. Just soared into the park just next door, skimming past the speakers. Two count for Browning. Oh, check swing. It gets a piece of the bat, and he'll stay alive. Right now, if you're Caden Stillwell, you got to get them down on strikes. You don't want any sacrifice flyouts. You don't want anything like that that could bring a runner home. So you got to go in your arsenal. What do you feel is the best pitch that can get them to swing and miss?
Right.
No sacrifices. And that one will get hit into right field. Oh, and that's going to be a fair ball. So 1 run comes home. Now the tying run rounding over to second. Blake Browning going to go into third, an RBI triple. And now the tying run is 90 feet away.
Yeah, right there, he stuck with the fastball, 87 miles an hour for Blake Browning, up and away on the outer half of the zone, and Browning saw that and basically returned to sender, sent it down the right field line, and that thing was hugging the line and starts drifting away into foul territory, but that was after it was ruled fair, so he had a lot of time to run around the bases.
Yeah, unfortunately, in right field, Barker thought it was going to go foul, and so did I, because that first baseline, it's a little faded down in that area, especially with the sun beating on it. And so, yeah, like you said, he thought that was going to be a foul ball, and unfortunately it was not. And now Blake Browning, he's coming off of third base. I'm not sure why.
He's going to get rid of his elbow guard and his shin guard.
Oh, we're going to have a pinch runner at third for him, and that's going to be number 18, Braden Braga.
Not often you see a first baseman pinch running for an outfielder.
Yeah, especially one who is already in the game, another spot in the lineup. And there's Ethan Beltran. He hits it into right field, and it's going to be a bloop single. That'll bring home Braden Braga. So it's a tie game now. And the Lumberjacks lead is gone.
Ethan Beltran jammed in on the hands, 86-mile-an-hour fastball right off the handle, and he's able to somehow muscle it out to get it just enough into the outfield to stay out of the reach of the second baseman, Frank Estrada, over there.
Check over to first. And Beltran is safe. And Cade Hill is pitching now, so that the win, it's no longer in the cards for Caden Stillwell. Another check over. He's still safe.
Yeah, he's going to need a walk-off win if he wants to take that one home.
There's strike one. And stealing second is Ethan Beltran. So the go-ahead run now in scoring position. So Cade Hill has an 0-1 count. Looks like they called time. No, they did not.
And Jimmy Johnson for the A's, the perfect time to steal a base there. You've got Cade Hill up, and now a runner in scoring position to break this tie here.
The 0-1 pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, still no outs in the top of the 7th. It's now tied at 5 apiece. And those 2 extra base hits to start out cost the Lumberjacks their lead, and now they're in danger of falling behind. There's still a runner in scoring position with no outs. The 0-2 pitch to Cade Hill. Check swing. He did not go around. Ball 1. The 1-2 pitch from Stillwell. Strike 3, and Hill goes down looking. And coming to the plate now, Andrew Carnes, and we're going to have an infield meeting.
Yeah, and that's going to be it for the day for Caden Stillwell. Sam DiMatteo coming in, and he's going to congratulate his pitcher on the effort he gave him, but in all likelihood, this meeting ends with DiMatteo walking off the mound with Stillwell.
Well, we'll see. No one's jogging out there. Looks like they're just going to discuss some strategy. And yes, he is done. So we're going to get a relief pitcher, and we'll be right back. We're going to go to commercial and come back once the game resumes.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for. Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Welcome back. So now Henry Wallen is pitching, and they intentionally walked Andrew Carnes. So now at the plate, Logan Lobel. So we'll get the final line for Caden Stillwell in just a second. But the game is tied at 5 apiece. Lumberjacks' lead has dissipated. We're going to the bottom 7th. After this, not right now, but like after this concludes. So there's strike 1. The final line for Caden Stillwell, 6.1 innings pitched, 109 pitches, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, 7 hits. And the runs and earned runs we're going to wait on in just a moment. There are There's a runner on that can still be charged to him. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, at bare minimum, it's on the hook for 5 runs, and looks like 4 of them earned, but he still does have a runner on second base right now on his ledger.
Fouled that off. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Logan Lobel. Yeah, well, in all likelihood, you're right. Be 5 runs, 4 earned, and but if Ethan Beltran somehow comes around to score, it'll be 6 runs, 5 earned. And Lobel got on base with an error in the 3rd and had a sacrifice ground out to score Cade Hill in the 5th. And he goes, no. They're saying he did not. Okay, that was not strike 2, even though the umpire made the indication as such.
Looks like he just got a piece of it to stay alive.
There's another ball. Now it's 2-2. The go-ahead run at second, it's Ethan Beltran. Ball 3, full count for the catcher, Logan Lobel. Another fouled off pitch. This one, one of the entertaining games, even though it's not very high scoring. It's just 5 runs apiece. But you'd expect 2 teams near the top of the leaderboards to put on such a show. Another payoff pitch. Ball 4. And now loaded bases. The Lumberjacks a little bit of trouble. The go-ahead run 90 feet away.
Again, the runner on 3rd, the only one still on Stillwell's book. Runners on 1st and 2nd, Carnes and Lobel are both on the hook for Henry Wallen.
And now it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner for Logan Lobel. Can't tell who that is. The name is hidden. But yeah, pinch runner at first for the catcher. Excuse me, courtesy runner. And that's number 21.
R.L. Chandler in there as the courtesy runner for Logan Lobel.
Ball 1 to Jackson Call. Ball 2. Ball 3. The go-ahead run, just 1 ball away from scoring. And actually, I apologize, it's not Jackson Call out there. That's number 4, pinch hitting for Jackson Call. It's Gilbert Cosio. Strike 1. And Gilbert Cosio was in the lineup in the 7 hole, but the last-minute change put Hill in instead. But Cosio's still playing. Is hit in the right field. Moving over and making the catch is Barker, but that's a sac fly as Ethan Beltran comes home to score, and the A's retake the lead at 6-5 with 2 outs in the top 7.
3 runs this inning. That officially closes the book on Caden Stillwell. He'll be on the hook for 6 runs, 5 of them earned. Ethan Beltran scores from 3rd, a productive out for Gilbert Cosio, and now back to the top of the lineup, and the A's just going to try and add more here with a runner in scoring position in R.L. Chandler. Or apology, that's Andrew Carnes.
Earl Chandler at first, Andrew Carnes at third, and Derek Thompson Jr. Batting now. It's a 1-0 count. And we will see in the bottom seventh if Gilbert Cosio also goes to play third if it's a straight switch with Jackson Call. And what the heck is going on here? We have a weird pickoff attempt as the second baseman has the ball and they couldn't figure out who to throw it to. They were just dancing down the line. Okay, that was very strange.
So it was a pickoff attempt to second base. They saw the runner on first, R.L. Chandler, take a very lackadaisical attempt going towards second. That was intended. They're trying to get R.L. Chandler in a pickoff.
And there's strike one to Thompson.
Because once R.L. Chandler's in a pickoff, then the runner at third, Andrew Carnes, can just sprint home, and it's going to be really hard to get a throw down there in time. But a good job by the infield for the Jacks, not taking the bait.
Popped into center field. Moving back is Medina, and over his head, and that'll bounce on the warning track, throwing it in from the warning track, kicking up some dirt. And 2 runs will score. 8-5 A's.
Well, Charlie, you don't need to go and manufacture runs with small ball when you hit a ball 360 feet right over the center fielder's head. Medina, for a second, thought he had a beat on it, but after about 2 steps, realized he needed to just turn around and go into full sprint. That thing landed on the warning track out there.
And yeah, catcher going out just to reassure Henry Wallen. You know, he's got this, but they're in trouble. And Berkowitz trying to keep his mind right.
And again, both of those runs on Henry Wallen's book, none of them on Stillwell. He's done. His official book is 6 runs, 5 earned.
Ball 1 to Braden McClin. And we have not gone through the entire batting order in any inning yet today, but we are 1 batter away from doing so. If Braden McClin gets on base, we'll go back to Braden Braga. And remember, he pinch ran for Blake Browning earlier this inning. Ball 2. So if they don't go to him, it'll be, yes it is, he is on deck. The 2-0 pitch. Hit up the middle, and it's going to be out of reach of the second baseman Estrada, and that will be an RBI single and make it 9-5 A's.
A little bit of an awkward play there in center field. Jordan Medina charging in on it. It wasn't hit very hard, so at the last second he's able to scoop it up and then tried to give everything he can in that throw, but slipped on the delivery. His back foot came out from under him. So he wasn't able to get a good throw off. It went up the first base line a little bit.
There's ball 1 to Braden Braga. So this is my first time seeing a batter who come in to the plate who previously in the inning pinch ran for another batter. I haven't seen that before in baseball. I'm sure it's happened, but this is my first time seeing it with my own 2 eyes. Ball 2.
Charlie, let's just go with it.
Yes, is that 2010 comedy with Aniston and Sandler. Yes, just go with it.
I'll be honest, that reference went over my head.
You've never seen that?
No.
Okay, but you know the movie?
No.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, you never even heard of it. Okay. Well, sorry for that. 2 balls, 1 strike for Braden Braga. The 2-1 pitch. Ball 3 high. Yeah, Stillwell started this inning, faced the first 4 batters, and Henry Wallen now faced the next 6 and perhaps even more. 3-1 pitch. Hit deep into left field, and the left field is way too far in for that. Let's see where it lands. It's off the wall, off the Budweiser banner, and that will be an RBI triple for Braden Braga. as after it went off the banner, it bounced way back into the outfield, so he ran to the wall, couldn't get it, then had to run back to catch it. Odd turn of events there. It's now 10-5 A's.
Yeah, and the A's coming into this inning down a couple. Now they're looking like they're going to be going into cruise control. 7 runs in this inning. They chase Henry Wallen. And A's are going to be going to the pen, or Jacks are going to be going to the pen with the heart of the A's lineup still up to bat.
And we'll be back after this other pitching change, right after this.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back. Johnny Hill now on the mound for the Lumberjacks. We return to where we started this inning with Jeffrey Fontenot. And he led off with a double, came home to score on an RBI triple by Blake Browning. Now he has a chance to get another RBI and bring home Braden Braga. 2-0 count. Oh, hit by pitch, and he'll go to first. So this inning continues with more blunders by the Lumberjacks pitching.
Yeah, and it's been an absolute nightmare of an inning for the Lumberjacks. They looked like they were going to be able to just cruise home with this win. Just 3 more outs, and they would have been out of it, but 7 have scored. They've got runners on the corners now, and Blake Browning, who's got 2 RBIs and 2 extra base hits.
Yeah, Henry Wallen only managing to get 1 out in his tenure, relieving Caden Stillwell after 1. Ball 1 to Browning.
And Browning, if he didn't fly out in his second at-bat, we'd be on cycle watch for him. Home run in the second, triple in the 5th, or in the 7th.
Ball 2. Ooh, ball 3. And Johnny Hill still yet to throw a strike. A 2-0 count. He hit Jeffrey Fontenot, and now it's a 3-0 count to Blake Browning. The 3-0, strike 1.
This game going to go well over the time limit, so The Bombers' rush game scheduled after is going to start late.
Fouls that off. It's a full count now. And since that sacrifice fly by Gilbert Cosio to bring home Ethan Beltran, there has not been a count, a plate appearance that has had 2 strikes in the count until now. So this is crunch time if you're the Lumberjacks pitching. 3-2. Ball 4, and it continues.
Bases loaded now for the A's against the Lumberjacks. Their pitching just can't find an out over the last 7 batters. Or last 6, apologies.
Check swing Ethan Beltran is down 0-1 in the count. So this is a plate appearance number 13 this inning. My all-time high score of batters in 1 inning in games that I've called is 14. That was set last summer. Hit high into shallow right. And looking like he'll make the catch and does is Barker for out number 3 in 13 plate appearances. And the A's tack on 7 runs to go from trailing 5-3 now leading 10-5. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. We'll be back after this. Welcome back, bottom 7th. Those were words we didn't really think we would hear today in this game, as the Lumberjacks were in control for most of it, but they gave up 7 runs in the top of the inning, and now it's crunch time. Stevie Hutchinson, as we were saying, his at-bat ended because Frank Estrada stole third and was caught stealing 7-2 as the throw from the catcher went behind the third baseman. So it's a 1-1 count now on his restored at-bat. And Reyes is still pitching for the A's. Ball 2. On deck, Logan Warden. Two balls, 2 strikes. Full count. Reyes has a 5-run cushion to work with. Fouls that off, gets a piece of his leg. He's a little bit of pain. He'll go back to the plate. Bombers and Rush due up next. Bombers going to be the visiting team. Rush going to be the home team. Hit up the middle, or to the shortstop, scooping up, waiting patiently to see if it gets a bad hop. It does not, and there's a 6-3 ground out. One away in the bottom 7th as the Lumberjacks trail 10-5 after leading 5-3 going into the 7th.
Yeah, good job up the middle on that play by Beltran. We saw him bobble a ball in almost that exact same play on a ground ball by Peyton Ford, but this time still moves over to his right, gets down, collects the ball, and takes a second, able to collect himself, get a grip on the ball, and throw a strike down to first.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Logan Warden. Strike 2. The 0-2 pitch from Reyes. Hit up the middle. It's a comebacker. Takes a bad hop off the mound, but still goes into center field. And so a 1-out single keeps the Lumberjacks alive.
93 off the bat. A pitch down and away. Shoots it right back at Reyes on the mound. It takes a bit of a hop on that slope going up, so it stays high enough to fly right through the infield and land into the outfield for a line drive single with 1 out.
Yeah, Beltran now actually playing short, and someone else is or Beltran's now playing third base, excuse me. Someone else is at shortstop. He's turned around. I saw that number 10. Ball 1 to Peyton Ford. Swing and a miss. 1-1 count. Tries to pound the zone with a fastball. It goes a little below. 2 balls, 1 strike. And there's pitch number 100 for Michael Reyes. He's in line for the win. 2-1 pitch. That's going to be hitting the right field. Looks like it will bounce fair, and it does, all the way over into the corner. 1 run rounding over to third. That's Logan Warden. He's going to come home. An RBI triple for Peyton Ford. It's now 10-6. Lumberjacks not done yet.
Charlie, we've seen that right field corner get worn out this game. This time, Peyton Ford hits a ball not that hard, but it's able to land just in play and take a Jacks-friendly roll all the way almost to the wall in that corner over there. Running over in right field, Blake Browning's had an active day out there, able to get it back in the infield, but not in time to cut a runner down at home, and certainly not in time for Peyton Ford getting into third base.
Strike 1.
Still a 4-run game. The game's not over yet for the Jacks.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. And we've seen an 0-2 count already this inning. That was to Logan Warden, but he managed to get on base with a single. Can Lucas Barker do the same and keep this game going? Nearly hit. Ball 1. Ball 2. The 2-2 count from Reyes. And this hit into center field. No, actually getting back and catching it. Looked like he was traveling slow because he knew he wasn't going to get to it. That was Fontenot, and he makes the catch. Great play.
What a play out there in shallow center field by Fontenot. He's able to take a slow knuckling line drive that just hangs up in the air. He's able to track it against the sun, running backwards, sticks the glove over the shoulder and gets it at the last second. And able to flip his hips and gun down to home and make sure that runner does not run home from third, Peyton Ford. So he saved a run there.
He was ready to throw it, and had it gone any further, we may have seen them try it. And there's a line out to first base, and that will end the game. And Braga in the right place at the right time. So final score, A's 10, Lumberjacks 6. The Lumberjacks, they're at 13-3 now. The A's get 11-5, a statement win over the best team in PSCL. Steven, what are your final thoughts?
I mean, it was a back-and-forth game from the start. The Lumberjacks took a lead. They kept that lead going into the late innings, and then they just couldn't close it out against the heart of the A's lineup. Jeffrey Fontenot and Blake Browning started the action in the 7th, and then basically 1 through 10 in that lineup just put it on the Jacks. It's the biggest win of the season for the A's. It's the biggest win of the season for Jimmy Johnson, and for the Jacks, it's a real measuring stick there. A couple of their losses this season have been against the Bootleggers, against the A's, and those are teams that if the Jacks have championship aspirations, they'll have to go through to get there.
You're absolutely right. And so, yeah, playoffs are going to start this week, so things are heating up, and we could see these two teams face off again. But from me, Charlie Gonzalez, from my color commentator, Stephen Buxton, thank you for watching this. We'll be back soon with the Bombers against the Rush.